You know, this stuff going on with Chris Alexander brings up another point, which I'd like to make here. That's the symbiotic relationship that exists between our union and the TriMet management. Now, what do I mean when I say that? I mean, in my years here, occasionally I would run into a problem with something that TriMet is doing or the management's doing. And what was the answer I used to get? It used to be, go to the union. Go through the union. So every single time there's a problem that arises, or any official nature, we have to go through our union. And if the union's not interested in helping you, then you don't get any action. And that is one of the problems with the structure that we have here, you know, because we are stuck at the mercy of those two agents, the union and the company. And I'm not trying to downgrade the union because I'm a complete pro-union person, but it needs to be said that it kind of takes away our power in many ways too, because we don't have the power to negotiate for ourselves either, because the union takes that responsibility. So if something happens to us personally and the union's not interested in helping us, then that's too bad. You're out, basically. And that has always been an issue in my mind about the union-company relationship. Those of us that have been around a while know how that works. The union and the company will make deals with each other. You know, they might trade one operator discipline for another operator to get off. You know, they make any deals like any political entity makes. It's a matter of making deals to get things done. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I guess it's probably good in the end. Obviously, operators need to have a union. There's no doubt without the union, we'd have nothing here. Not downgrading the union, but what I'm bringing up is an inherent flaw in the system. That having a union and the company as the two deciding factors takes away the operator's voice, really. Because when I've had a problem in the past, they tell you to go through the union. And I've had the union not be interested, or the union's looking into it, or the union, whatever. You know what I'm trying to get at. So we're stuck in that system. That was one of the reasons why I did start this blog of mine, because, you know, I want to be out of that system. I'm not just a number to both the union and to the company. I'm a person. I have my own ideas. I want my ideas to get heard. And with the structure the way it is, it doesn't always happen that way. The union has their set of paranoias and principles and things, and obviously they don't want anything bad out about it. And the company is basically immune from anything I say. They don't care, you know, and why should they? You know, they know that I have no real power. I mean, there's people out here in the greater Portland area that have much more influence than I do that are not pro-TriMet. And so I'm not against TriMet, by the way. I'm against some of TriMet's policies, but I'm not against TriMet. I think TriMet as a transportation district is probably pretty damn good. All things considered, it's pretty damn good. Even though we get killed in the media, we're still pretty damn good. We got some incompetent executives like Fred, who doesn't do anything, and Mary, who's a horrible spokesman for us. But basically, I think the company functions at a fairly good level. I mean, you know, I don't have statistics for TriMet versus other transit districts, but I imagine it's pretty good. You know, as a citizen in Northwest Portland, I think the system runs pretty well. I don't like what's happening in the West County. I don't like the $20 million budget deficit after spending $47 million over budget on the West. I don't like that the West gets no cuts. I don't like that they're building more rail at the expense of the bus. I don't like any of that stuff. I think it's unjust and immoral. That doesn't matter what I think. I've already admitted in a previous video that I already know that nothing's going to change because of anything I say. I know that won't change anything. I know that. That doesn't mean I can't say it, or I should not even try. So part of the problem that a lot of us have had and we've talked about is being stuck in that union company structure. So you're basically powerless because you've given your power over to the union too. If the union doesn't want to represent you, I mean, this whole idea of having to have a disciplinary matter voted on by the other members is crazy, man. You know, it doesn't make sense. Think about that. I've paid my union dues all these years, and if I run into a disciplinary process, that dues I paid is subject to whatever members show up at a meeting decide to vote yay or nay. Well, that's ridiculous. So basically, the dues I'm paying isn't going to help me if I do get fired, because anybody that gets fired, before the union will take that case, it has to be voted yay or nay by a majority of the members who are present at a meeting. And how dysfunctional can that is? That is so dysfunctional, it's hard to believe, really. Think about that. So you paid your union dues all these years. Think of how many thousands of dollars that is. Now something's gone wrong. The company's decided to fire you. Okay, you would expect the union to just take the case. Okay, it should be automatic, like the Portland Police Bureau does automatic. They don't have this ridiculousness. They just take the case and they defend tooth and nail. I mean, I respect the Portland Police Union because that union is tough. That's how a union should operate, like the Portland Police Union. They're tough, and the members all stick together over there. Those police are a cohesive group of union members, and they stick together like glue. And any union member has to respect that. But ours, when we get in trouble and we're getting fired or terminated, we have to have a vote of yay of the majority of the members present at the meeting where they're discussing you. So I find that a very regressive policy. It's one thing I don't like about our union is that, if you're paying your union dues, you should get representation. Period. Unless it's an obvious, you should get representation. Period. No matter what, because you've paid all that dues all that time. I look at it as insurance policy. Why does it have to be voted on a majority vote of the members present at a meeting? At the very least, they should send out ballots to all the members about this, explaining the case.